this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad that you're here. So it's July, right? And I kind of just remembered that some people call July Christmas in July. And I actually put a post-it note in my planner to share some process videos for December daily. This is volume 1 for 2022, and I had so much fun, and I'm so glad that I splurged on 2 albums. And I was obviously more concerned with getting this project done and creating each story, so I did not share a lot of the process videos for many of these pages. And when I asked you guys if you wanted to see them, you said yes, so I'm excited to share day 14 and 15. Just absolutely love this project, and I am excited to share some process videos and have my own Christmas in July. So I hope you enjoy, and now we'll do the voiceover. So on the 14th of December, I volunteered at my kids' school to do like the holiday boutique, and a really good friend was there as well. So of course we had to get a selfie, and I wanted to keep the photo big. So what I'm going to do is create a really giant flip up, and I'm also going to frame in the photo with some poinsettias that I die cut from digital, and I believe in real format, they were like 3-dimensional stickers, but I just cut them out and made my own die cuts. And I also took some really dark green paper and die cut some leaves that way. And I'm just gonna frame it in. It's gonna turn out to be a really cool and different design. I also wanted to use this journaling card, Merry and Bright, and I'm gonna leave it on the side just like that. And it almost creates kind of a giant flip up and a giant tab. That's the word I'm looking for. I'd like a giant tab. The only thing I'm going to have to fix or work on is that when you flip it up, there's going to be kind of a gap. And I'm going to have some fun putting in some paper to kind of fill in that gap. And it's going to turn out to be a really, like I said, really cool design. Just wanted to try out using these 4x4 cards in a way that would work for me. I had to fix my eraser, as you can see, my adhesive eraser, because I needed to get off some of the adhesive on the poinsettia because I didn't want that adhesive there when I flipped up. So I love my rubber adhesive. I've talked about it before. I love it. I also have some flares that I'm going to use from Scrap and Happy Studio. I have Oh What Fun and Ho Ho Ho, and I'll use those a little bit later on. I had a speech bubble that says right now, but I decided to just trim off the speech bubble and put it right above the Merry and Bright and pop dot it. I'll also use these gold puffy stickers for the number because it coordinates with the Merry and the Bright. And I'll also add in more poinsettias up at that top section, so that way it fills it in and really frames in the photo like I mentioned earlier. So I'm just having a lot of fun with these die cuts, and that's definitely something that I noticed in December daily in making it, is that having a stash of die cuts as I create was really helpful for me as a hybrid scrapbooker and as someone who I love getting dimensional with December daily, but just having those flat die cuts was the best. Like I had a whole tray of them, like houses and words and the poinsettias and leaves, all kinds of different things, and it made it so awesome just to have that variety in my stash. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the flip up, and this is where I grab a piece of paper and I'm going to make kind of an L shape to go and fill in that space where the card is not, because otherwise it'd just be a white blank space. But now when you flip it up, it's going to look like a full card almost. And I really love it. I felt clever filling it in with this green paper instead of just leaving it blank. And I will again add in some more poinsettia die cuts and then fill in my journaling. I'll also add in a few word phrase stickers to wrap up the page as well. So really loving how this is coming together. And I just had a lot of fun being at the holiday boutique with my friend. So I had to split the pieces. I think it was just like scrap green paper that I had, so that's why it kind of was torn in one of the pieces, but that's okay. So now I have that all adhered. I have checked this out. I put that right above right now, and now I can add my journaling. I always prefer to use a ruler and to add my lines first. And that way, because yeah, I can't draw straight lines after I do my journaling. I just can't do that. So, doesn't work for me. I also love how when you flip the photo up, there's a giant poinsettia underneath, but it's also peeking out of the photo as well. So I really love that. Like I've mentioned before, all these different die cuts created a really beautiful frame around this awesome photo. Now I'm adding in those flares, and I actually took one of them, Oh What Fun, and I put adhesive on it, on almost all of it except a small little portion that hangs off of the photo. That way it can be a part of the photo and a part of the flip up, because the poinsettia right there, that is part of the flip up as well. And then I'm going to do the journaling, and I just said I've always wanted to volunteer at my kids' holiday boutique, but because, you know, the world went upside down, it wasn't possible for a few years, and now it is, and I was excited to work with my friend, and there was one slot on Wednesday, and we helped 4 classes, 2 5th graders and 2 2nd graders select items and gifts from their list. They get to make a whole list of all the family that they want to buy for, and there's tables all set out with different gifts and different price ranges, and it's just a really special thing that the school puts together. Now I'm going to put it back in the album, and it looks fantastic. I absolutely love how festive it looks with our wonderful picture. And that's also a shirt I made. I made that shirt, Merry Vibes. I made that shirt with my heat press. My only shirt I made, because I got so scared and now I can't use the heat press. But anyways, moving on to day 15. Again, this is one of those days where it's like, I don't have a story, and I'm one of those December daily people that is not going to force the story. I wanted to think about what I could document, what I haven't documented, or what happened a few days ago. So I just kind of thought about it and realized that I actually did have a story from the 15th. If I really thought about it, or maybe this was a few days prior. Either way, this was a story I had not documented. My daughter had wrapped up her presents from the holiday boutique and put them under the tree, and they were the first presents. So I went ahead and went all out with these circle frames. They were part of the main kit, I believe, and I really wanted to use and try to use many of the pieces from the main kit. So I took one of the large pieces that says, may your Christmas be merry and bright, and I put that over the photo, and I used the digitals to make sure I got that the right size. That way I could frame in this photo, and I think it turned out fantastic. I absolutely love this circle design, and I just, you saw me earlier trim the gold one. That's next to the black, so it kind of, they blend in together. And then I have another gold one that I cut off a small piece, so it's just all like interlocking rings basically, and I love them. Little chipboard rings, and it really emphasizes my photo with my daughter's presents all stacked up. Because after the kids get done at the holiday boutique, they get to go back to their classrooms and wrap up the gifts, and then put them in a paper bag and take them home. So it's really, really cool that they get to do the wrapping all by themselves. Once I have the last ring glued down, that's when I'm gonna decorate this page a little bit more with some more trees, a chipboard, and also some die cut stars. I think some of them are die cut stars. It's up there in the right hand spot of the screen. There was a paper in the kit that had a bunch of stars, and I actually used that so many times during the making of the December daily that I decided to go get the digital paper and die cut a bunch of the stars stars so that way I could have them in my die cut drawer. Because like I said earlier, it's so helpful to have these die cuts, and I love having them to add a little bit of layering or just so many different reasons. I love it. It's one of my tricks for December Daily. Have a drawer full of die cuts. I added a chipboard tree on top of a few of the rings just to add a little height dimension. And in the top circle, I'm going to stamp First Presents. And I did the one in black, and I decided to do the rest in kind of a light green sage color. And I love it. It's very pretty. It feels very elegant and festive, and it definitely documents the special story of my daughter being the first one to put presents under the tree. I'm going to add in the stars in just a second, and I also have a big circled chipboard that has the tree on it. That's also from the same December Daily kit. I'm trying to think of the word. And then below that is the giving and receiving chipboard. And after I get all these done, I will have day 15 done, and that will of course be the last page for my December Daily Volume 1, and then Volume 2 goes all the way to the 31st. I figured I might as well go to the 31st if I have 2 albums. It makes sense, right? At least it made sense to me. So a lot of those later dates you guys didn't get to see, so I'll be able to share those some more this month, and then of course in November when we're all getting ready. And so yeah, it'll be so much fun to have some videos to share with you guys as we get closer to December Daily, which is crazy that we're only like, I don't even know, 4 months from prepping. That's weird. Okay. I've got all the stars put down, and I switched out the sticker to beneath the tree. I didn't leave a lot of room for journaling, and I didn't put journaling, but that's okay. I still love this page. It's so fun, and I used the piece of the kit that I really wanted to, these circles. All right, I hope you enjoyed, and I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.